We just need to move past the failed policies that we have proven don't work.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
And maybe an all-time backfire for Kamala Harris and woke media like CNN and MSNBC. CNN decided to go ahead and air a feel-good story. A feel-good. What do kids think about, presidents or politicians? What do they think of Kamala Harris? And they absolutely eviscerated, absolutely embarrassed Kamala Harris. Kids with 0 F's to give. These kids have a very bright future, and Kamala Harris, quite frankly, does not. Just a few clips, just a few clips of this going absolutely wild on the internet. Let's take a look. By the way, I told you all that I was going to print a few extra Tailgates for Trump's book. They are laminated cover, spiral bound, 42 meme-tastic Donald Trump recipes. The final order goes in today, so today is your last chance to get it. It makes a great gift. I've seen people have been buying multiple of them or donating for multiple of them. For a $25 donation to the site, I'll give you this printed cookbook. I mean, the ink alone is, I'm saving you $20 in ink. But it'll be spiral bound, nice, shipped to you by me. Today is the absolute cutoff. There's 388 left in stock. That's it. And if it doesn't go down to 0, then I'm just going to change my order to the exact number I need, because there's not really any meat on the bone left. So link in the description for that. CNN asked 10 and 11-year-old children to describe Kamala Harris in one word, and the answers are absolutely brutal. I can't believe they aired it. I cannot believe they aired it. A CNN segment featuring children talking about the presidential election has supporters of former President Donald Trump in stitches as students asked to react to a photo of Vice President Kamala Harris. CNN Anderson Cooper and his production team teamed up with a psychologist from Arizona State University and a political scientist to interview 4th and 5th graders about the upcoming election. One young boy, when asked to describe Harris in one word, simply replied, "liar," without hesitation. When one girl was asked the candidate who would be more selfish, one child replies, "probably her," pointing at Harris, pointing out that girls are a little dramatic at times. The responses from children varied, partially because of their location, as studies interviewed from New Jersey to Texas. When one black girl was asked if she wanted to see a black woman become president, she replied that it would be good, but my vote is still for Trump. Well, I mean, this is devastating.
It'd be good for us to have a black woman as president for the first time in history.
Yeah.
But my vote's kind of still on Trump.
Yeah, based. The kids are all right. The kids will not bow to CNN's pathetic, race-baiting DEI nonsense. This is like a 9-year-old kid that's like, yeah, issues are more important to me than skin color. She is more qualified to be the president of the United States than Kamala Harris or anybody who believes in DEI. I can't believe I'm saying that. More qualified than Kamala Harris, and it isn't even close. Another girl noted that Harris was pretty and stuff, but I just don't think a woman would be right for president, noting that male president would be stronger. Based! Absolutely based. The feature also included an emoji chart to describe how they felt about each candidate, with one describing Trump as a convicted felon. Lib. Cooper noted that CNN received more extreme responses from blue state kids in New Jersey who described Trump as Hitler or a dictator or brought up January 6th as a way to disqualify him. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe that happened. Otherwise, they would have aired it. Right? Otherwise, they would have aired it. Don't you think? Don't you think they would have aired it if they had some cute little kid calling him a felon?
Pops into your head when you hear the name Kamala Harris?
Liar.
Based, unfathomably based, absolutely bodied. Oh, they did have some of the leftoid kids. Okay, let's see this.
With what researchers call
like Hitler. He only wanted to be president so that he can just control everybody.
That's every president.
Trump is supporting January 6th now. I remember that January 6th was a bunch of Republicans believing Trump. I feel like they thought Trump was a god.
What? This kid? Where did that kid? That kid's a Fed. That kid's a Fed. That kid's a Fed. Absolute, undeniable Fed. Kid's a Fed.
People got arrested.
Yes.
I think one officer died after.
See how he said that asking as a question seems coached and scripted. By the way, that officer died, I think, of a heart attack. I believe. Am I right? I believe he died of a heart attack. This kid looks extraordinarily coached.
Afterwards, that was a big day.
That, by the way, in January 6th, how old was that kid? On January 6th, that kid was 3 years old. You mean to tell me that kid remembered that day?
The study found that these Democrat-leaning kids were about 9 times more likely to express negative emotions about Donald Trump.
It's reacting to Donald Trump being a very different kind of political figure than what we've seen before. So do the red state kids hold as strong of...
So curious about how kids saw their peers in the political divide.
Yeah.
So do you think that the kids that live in those two houses would be friends with each other?
They can.
Can?
There's no law breaking that.
Based. Great reply, right? Whoever's kid parent, that kid, whoever's parenting that kid, that's the correct answer.
It doesn't matter if you are different by skin color, or it doesn't matter if you are different by people. You can still be friends.
Based. Absolutely based. By the way, in red states, unfathomably based. Oh, the officer died of a aneurysm. Okay.
The study found that Republican-leaning kids were more open to visiting a Democrat-supporting household.
Shocking. Shocking. So Republican kids are less hateful, is what that's really saying, right? Am I wrong? That's what it sounds like to me. That Republican kids are less hateful. That's what it sounds like to me. Right? Republican kids, unfathomably based.
The Democrat-leaning kids were about 5 times more likely to say they would not want to go to a pro-Trump house.
Whoa! Democrat kids 500% more likely to hate people. That's a shocking statistic. 500% more likely to hate.
Would they be okay with you going over to somebody's house who is really supportive of President Trump?
No,
No. And why not?
because they know that he is not like black people, so they will not be happy to see him.
Racist.
Would your family let you go over to somebody's house who's really supportive of Donald Trump?
No.
No, they wouldn't.
No,
And why not?
Because, like, my mom and dad don't like Donald Trump at all.
Sounds like this kid's parents are like psycho libs. They make him watch MSNBC every night. That's what's going on. That's what's going on here. Right? Psycho lib parents. By the way, the correct answer for all these kids is I don't follow politics. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not involved in politics. I don't care about that.
Not a single bit.
Would you be okay going over to somebody's house whose family really likes Kamala Harris?
I think it'd be fine. It's just about the personality of the people.
Based! Unfathomably based.
Would your family be okay if you went over to somebody's house who really liked Donald Trump?
If I want to be real over here, so if I just went over there, I imagine be a good old argument or a fight, maybe like a food fight or something.
That kid is, yeah, again, another Republican kid, unfathomably based. The kids are all right. The kids are all right. Kamala, not so much. Holding a razor-thin lead over Donald Trump in swing states. Hopefully that gets smaller and shorter with your work over at Tailgates for Trump. Let me know what you think about that. Are the kids all right?